But wait, if you don't use Classin, how do you handle homework? A few of you asked me. Today I'm gonna tell you. Stay tuned. Hello, I'm Angie from teacheSLanywhere.com. Welcome back to my channel. I am a minimalist teacher, I'm a traveling teacher, and I'm also an independent teacher. So on this channel, you'll learn about such things. If you've been around for a while, you know I used to use Classin, and if you saw my recent video, you know that I kicked them out of my life. Every time I went to do anything, I was dreading. There is another layer to that story, which I'll tell you later, but ultimately it was largely due to Classin. So I'm using Koala Go. If you missed my recent video, check that out here or here. And if you are interested in checking out Koala, please use my affiliate link that is down below in the description box. So I want to share with you how I'm using Koala and another tool to do homework. Koala is working on a homework solution for us, and they're taking our advice on how they should build it. I'm also going to put a feature request link down below in the comment box so that you can participate in the creation of Koala Go in all ways, but specifically for homework. In the meantime, I'm using this free and easy and accessible to our students in China, as well as, of course, the rest of the world. This resource is called Classtag, classtag.com. It is perfect because you can share very large files of all formats, and it will allow, so when I post homework, I'll show you how I use it. There's an opportunity to send a little note and attach your big files. And put a date, so it's a great tracker for when you had lessons. I use a very limited number of features on the website, but I'll show you how I use them, and I'm sure there's many other creative ways that you could use this. I use Classtag for both homework and student feedback. It feels very much like a place to communicate, like a social media platform. So I just use the thread on the homepage to communicate with parents about student feedback. The most annoying part about Classtag are the ads, but it's free, so you can expect the ads. Oh yeah, really important cool fact about Classtag: all of your communication and the way that your client views the Classtag site on their end can be translated into their language. Tons of different languages, Chinese included. I was just sharing with a teacher on the Koala Go Facebook page that I use the Koala Go activities as classrooms. So each one of my students has their own classroom where we have a cumulative whiteboard that we can reflect back on together. I really like that feature. I use it a lot. And then we have access to their reward system. Anyhow, my point is that the same is true for me in Classtag. I also have Olivia's classroom, and all of my students have their own unique classroom, as you'll see. So here we go. Let me show you around Classtag.
I have a student and he loves Iron Man, so we are always going.
I'll show you around Classtag. Here we go. Okay, so as you can see here, there are lots of big ads, like I said. So I do just mention to my parents to know that and just move past them. I direct them to what I want them to see. If you notice here, I'm in Daniel's classroom. If I click here on this menu, I have Jack, Jimmy, all of my students. So let's go back to Daniel's classroom. As I mentioned before, I only use a couple of options here. The first thing is this share a story. I have all of these editing options here, which is great. I can add a file, click here and add these files. I can type a message. Hello student. Oh, this would be Daniel, but oh well. Hello student, and tell them whatever I want them to know. So this is also the way that the homework looks, but this message shows up on the home page and I use it for student feedback. Okay, the next tab that I use is the next one down, activities. When you click on activities first, you'll see that that's all for now. I need to update Daniel's homework past this week. I typically do it 1 month in advance, and then I just don't have to worry about it. Sometimes if there is a class postponement or we decide to take longer on any given lesson, then we might I might need to go in here and edit this information, but otherwise I just do it once a month, and then they can also, read ahead, study ahead if they'd like to do that. But let's go ahead and act like we're gonna make a new one. This plus button is where I go. And if you click on this, you see you can make an announcement. I think that goes to the home page. And then I don't use these, and I go straight to to-do item. This is where I add homework. So I put the title of the homework here. I can then add any note to my student. This I think is Daniel. And then the location is unimportant, like it's not a required field. You do need to click one of these. This request is, because I'm using this in my own unique way, I choose request of each family. Because on some some classrooms, I do have a shared classroom if it is a 2v1 class. So that made the most sense to me to choose requested of each family. All right, so then I come down here, I can click on this and add any files. And then I can preview it. Oh, let me mention about the date. Obviously, it's the date that the class is, but then this time is going to be in your local time zone. As I told you before, time zones make me crazy, but I'm pretty sure that's how this defaults, and I just defaulted to their time. At least it's the same consistent time every time, so that because if you don't change the time, the due time shows up as the time that you're creating this homework or this to-do item. So you do want to change it so that way it's not fluctuating with different times all of the time. And no one has ever asked. They all just show up at their lesson at the right time. It's not been confusing, but I just wanted to mention that so it's consistent and not weird if you didn't notice that it defaults to the time that you're working on it. Okay, so then I would click preview. I am not going to click done because this is not a valid homework, but that's what you would do. And then it will show up in Daniel's list right back where you started. But it's not there because we did not add it. Okay, and the third and final tab that I use is library. And I don't use this with every student. Daniel is a student that I use it with. Some of the curriculum that I use has really large practice books that are in all one file, instead of being broken up into weekly assignments. And in that case, I will just place that book here, and in the text field, when I communicate with the student on that homework assignment, I will just note the page numbers of the homework for that week. And then they can access it from this library, which they have likely downloaded once and they don't ever have to download again. They just look at my note to see what homework is for that week. So that's it. As you can see, there are a number of other tabs on the left, but I don't use them. I use these three basic things to do exactly what I need and nothing more. Outside of the occasional parent missing the email that Classtag sent them initially, I haven't had any concerns about Classtag from my parents. It works well and seems to be very easy for everyone. They've never said they love it, but I'm sure they love that they get an email in their language and that then the website is also there in their language, easy to use. Everyone has been able to access the site and download things easily. Now, while I want to help you guys, I really hope we don't get thousands upon thousands of people downloading things every day, and then it gets shut down. But it's been a great tool so far, and I trust that it's going to remain invisible to everyone that it needs to remain invisible to, and we can keep using it until Koala hooks us up with what's to come in their homework solution. Remember, there's a link below in the description box for two things. First, my affiliate link for Koala Go is down in the description box. If you'd like to support me in this channel, please use that link. And if you want to participate in the creation of Koala Go, there is a second link down below that is a feature request link at canny.com. So go there, you can upvote any features that have already been requested by other teachers that you think are a really cool idea and that you want to happen right away, please upvote all of those things that make sense to you. And you can add any new ones that we haven't thought of yet. So I think that's all for today. I really appreciate you coming and checking out my channel as always, and leave me a comment and let me know how you do homework. If you have any other questions about how I teach independently, I'd be happy to share. If you want to stay in touch, please subscribe here. You can also go to my website at teacheSLanywhere.com if you want to subscribe to my mailing list to keep in touch in that way as well. And if you want to be in touch right away, you should email me at teacheSLanywhere@gmail.com. All right, I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.